all the other brothers that came my way, that were trusting me at that time, they did not go to the marriage committee. And I used to tell them, don't go to the marriage committee without telling me. If not, I'm gonna give you a big fat no. Don't be a night ball. Yes, that's because I don't want nobody to stress me on my wedding day. I don't want no stress on this wedding process. Somebody had asked me before, I think on WhatsApp, that maybe how were you proposed to? Come and share a proposal video. In my mind, I'm like, which proposal video are you asking? Are you not aware that this is a we don't do big proposal in our church? Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I think this pink t-shirt I'm wearing is popping. What do you think? I think it's like, I'm not sure I've really considered wearing a pink dress. So it's really giving me that girlish vibe. I really love it. This t-shirt was a gift. It was given to me by my friend Tana. Hi Tana. Thank you so much for this. And guess, Iyawoga. I love it. Iyawoga. There's one here too. Emioga. It's really beautiful. She makes customized t-shirts. I really love it. I think I'll begin to wear some of the things that people give to me. I think that's what I'll be doing now. The next video I'm going to record, I'm going to wear another dress that somebody gifted me. People have been gifting me a lot. Like I have a lot of branded t-shirts that people gifted me, and I'm really grateful. I do not take it for granted. Thank you so much for your gift. Thank you, guys. Today we have a very interesting conversation, and I hope that this is going to bless somebody. Okay, let's jump into the conversation of today. You must have seen the title. I really want to share my experience with the Deeper Life Marriage Committee. Like some of you already know, I did my wedding in Deeper Life, so that's already established. But before then, I want to do a shout out to two persons. I met these two people some days ago. I was going out, and then I was at the bus stop. I'm not going to tell you people the name of the bus stop. I was at the bus stop. I think there was one. I was buying granite, and then that lady just walked up to me and she's like, "Hi, are you Mary?" I'm like, hey. She's like, "Oh, Mary, congratulations, Mrs. Mary. Are you?" But I was like, and she's like, "Oh, I follow you on Facebook." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." As if that was not enough, I was still recovering, from that one. Unfortunately, I didn't ask for a name. I wanted to, go and enter the bus, public bus, and then I got into the bus. I was carrying one bag, like that back bag. I used it to like keep a seat. You know how we used to do now. So I used it to keep a seat, like this is where I want to sit. I know where she sit there. Then I didn't know that there's this lady that was already looking at me and all that. When the bus was for me, I went to sit down in the place that I kept my seat. Babe, let me come and take my seat. She was just like, "I'm sorry, please, are you Mary?" I say, "Hey, this person, I say, "You're like," she's like, "Oh, I follow you on YouTube and Facebook." I'm like, I need to know your name because you are a bona fide family member. You are a bona fide family member. So in case you get to watch this, hi Folari. That's her name. Hi Folari, it was so good to meet you, that day. And we didn't get to exchange contact, but it was really good to meet you. Thank you so much. So you too, next time when you see me, just say hi. Okay? I told my friend, I think I was saying my friend that I don't know, I feel like this life, I don't know, this public life, I don't know if it is for me or because I'm just a regular girl, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular girl, sharing my story and, just using my platform to push the right narratives as much as I can. So when you see me, don't be shocked or surprised though. I'm just, just a regular girl, okay? That's supposed to be like that. Okay, so let's jump right into the conversation of today. So I said I was going to share my experience with the Deeper Life Marriage Committee. And that's also because there's been a narrative, in the public from different persons, narrating their experiences when they go through, DL Marriage Committee process and all of that. And to an extent, some of the narratives that, we already have outside is not palatable. Some persons already have this false idea that, oh, when you go there, they are going to stress you, the mommies and the daddies there, they will choke your life, blah, 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 blah. So I think the major reason I'm actually doing this is, number one, to share my experience and to also correct some narratives. I'm not a PRO person for any denomination. I'm just sharing from my experiences, and I hope that it can influence, the thoughts of maybe people coming, after us and all of those things. So backstory, in my entire life, in my entire 30 plus life, I only went to the MC twice. So when you hear me say MC, I mean marriage committee, not a master of ceremony that I am, okay? So in this context, MC is like marriage committee. So I've only been to the MC twice, right? And this twice, the first one I went when I talked about being in a relationship, many years ago, and then, did my introduction many years ago. So that's the first one. And then the second one ever is for my husband. So that's the only 2 times I've been to the marriage committee, and they were marriage intentions. All the other brothers that came my way, that were testing me at that time, they did not go to the marriage committee, and I used to tell them, but don't go to the marriage committee without telling me. If not, I'm gonna give you a big fat no. Don't be annoyed, but yes, that's how I, so so yes, my husband, already told me before he went to the marriage committee. And when we got to the marriage committee, when he went there, they asked him if he had told me, and then he said yes, he had told me. So anybody who knows DL would know that there's a process, there's a procedure. So with my understanding, the process is when you pray and God leads you to a sister, you're supposed to go and tell your district pastor. Okay, you go tell your district pastor, oh, I prayed, the Lord is leading me to so person. The district pastor will ask you to go to, maybe, I don't know, maybe the district pastor will ask you to go to the marriage committee, or maybe the district pastor will send your name to the marriage committee, but you must tell your pastor first, your district pastor. So from there, then you now go to the marriage committee. They meet once in a month, okay? Some groups meet twice, but where I come from, my own group, they meet once in a month. So they'll give you the go-ahead to go to the marriage committee. So when you get to the marriage committee, they'll give you a form to fill. And then when you fill that form, you write the name of the sister or the person that the Lord has led you to. And then they, on your behalf, okay, listen, that's the process that I know DL standard. So they will, on your behalf, reach out to the sisters group of district, or maybe district, speak to the pastor, okay, and then the pastor would call you to say, oh, there's a message from the marriage committee for you, go to the marriage committee. So the lady will also go, they'll give her the form, and then, she will also fill the form. So if it starts with the brothers, and because the lady is supposed to say, oh, maybe if she has been praying for marriage, if God has, led her to somebody and all of those things. So, well, when I asked, I think the response I got that so that there won't be, any confusion or misleading, because there's some sisters that maybe 2 brothers will bring their names, or 3 brothers and all of this. So I think it is just to, avoid some of those things. So that is the process. But if in the case that maybe you have told the sister, maybe the brother has told the sister before that, I love you, I want to marry you, you have already gone behind the pastor to go and tell the sister, they're gonna discipline you, okay? That's the standard, because they'll be like, the rules. I mean, you should have come to us first. Why did you go to meet the lady? This is the sanction for your action. But it doesn't mean that they will not allow you to marry the person. It's just to, like when you pay, like when you give a child pancreas, don't do that again, don't do that again. Now, so in my own case, because my husband and I, we're friends and all that, so we had talked about it. And then, when we're like, okay, he just felt like, what, I'm going to go to the church because I'm not playing games with you, baby girl. I'm not playing games with you. I want to marry you. I said, okay, if you are sure that you want to marry me, go to the marriage committee. Now, backstory, I was in Cyprus at the time. And in Cyprus, I do not fully attend Deeperlife in Cyprus. I think this is the first time I'm talking about this fully, but I'm sure you must have also seen maybe from my post on, on different platforms. I attend a campus fellowship, and that's because in my own town in Cyprus, in my own, should I call it town or environment, we don't have a Deeperlife location in that place, okay? But we do have maybe cell meetings like fellowship, but we don't have a Sunday service, okay? So most of the time, most of us on Sundays go to different campuses, go to different fellowships. Even our leaders, they go to different fellowships. So that's how, my own places. But there are other places in Cyprus, they are not far to each other, where they have Deeperlife campus fellowship. So when we used to have group of combined services, they'll bring a bus and then they'll take us to, the location. I mean, I've attended, some combined services before. So that's about that. So when my husband went to the marriage committee, I felt like, because I don't attend Deeperlife fully in Cyprus, I don't want any delay or any stress or whatever. So I decided to use my Deeperlife district back in Lagos, back in Nigeria, because of course they know me there, identified with the church and all of those things. So when he went, they sent the letter to my district and all of those things. So they asked him, have you told the lady, is she aware? He said yes, and then he got disciplined just for I think about maybe 3 months or so, or maybe 1 month, I can't remember, but I know that he got disciplined. And then so that was on his own side. At that time, they had not approached me, nobody had said anything to me and all that. But then I came home. When I came home in 2023, I came home. Then he had to go back to the MC to say, oh, the sister is in Nigeria now, please, and she will soon be going back. Let us, if you can, do anything, invite her and all that. So they called me, okay? They called me, and then they, give me the form to fill, asked me some series of questions. Was I aware? I said, yes, I was aware. I'm a child of God. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I said, yes, I'm aware. But what I want to do in this video is actually share my experience. And I know that my experience may not be the same with every other person's experience, okay? But I want to lay that, I want to put it out and, set some narrative straight. Especially when it comes to you deciding to say that I want to do my wedding in Deeperlife, okay? It was your decision. They did not bring rope on your neck to say, come and wed in Deeperlife, because I had options, okay? I had options. I'm not going to lie. I remember my friends and I had already, at the time, were saying that if we go to the church and if we experience maybe, challenges that was beyond our capacity or beyond our control, we were going to, go for the other options we had. We had those conversations, because I don't want nobody to stress me on my wedding day. I don't want no stress on this wedding process. I don't want any problem, so I already had that option, and I was going to talk to my parents about it, because I think that also sometimes the reason some of us do not have options is because that's what our parents want. Our parents are leaders in the church. They want us to do the wedding in the church and all of those things, and somehow to an extent it's maybe also a way to maybe honor our parents' wishes and all of those things. So I was going to talk to my parents. I know that my dad would probably have felt like, no, Mary, can I go? But if it was not possible, I would still have been able to, talk to them. But that was on the side. So when I went to the MC, they called me, asked me all the questions. And then I think they now also invited bro Emmanuel Ayiba at that time. So when I went there, they asked me all the questions. So I told them, they asked me when I was going back to Cyprus, and I told them I was going back in September. So what they did for us was to give us the go ahead, okay, to do the proposal before I go back to Cyprus. Do you understand? I hope you got that. So somebody had asked me before, I think on WhatsApp, that maybe how were you proposed to? Come and share a proposal video. In my mind, I'm like, which proposal video are you asking? Are you not aware that this is Deeperlife? We don't do big proposal in our church. They proposed to me inside the children's church, if that's what you want to hear. Yes, that was where. Oh Lord, please help me. Okay, Miriam. Okay, I'm going to be serious, okay? But I've told my husband that I really deserve another proposal, honestly, like a proper proposal. How can you propose to me inside children's church? But that was what the church asked us to do. So the day when he proposed, I was already in church, and then they called him, then they asked us to go to the children's church. We went there. When we go there, I feel like maybe any day my husband comes on this platform, I'll ask him to, narrate that story. Because when we got there, we were just laughing, we were just gisting. My husband said, they said, come and propose to you. Baby. Okay, so that was actually the proposal in quotes, okay, according to church standard. So we did that, and then we went back to them, and I go, did you say? Yes, I've already said. I've already said yes since even before I come here, I have said yes already. so we did that, and then I had to go back to Cyprus. So, but before I left that last year when I came, we had to do parental consent so that our parents could be aware that we are, seeing each other. We are not in boyfriend, girlfriend. We are serious people, and we want to marry each other. So our parents were aware, he came with his friend and his brother to our house, and then we just did all of those processes. I'm trying to fast track it, and then we also did our introduction before I left, because again, we wanted our parents, our family members to actually know each other. We wanted them to know themselves. We did that, and then I went back to Cyprus. Okay, so when I went back to Cyprus, before I went, they had already given us the 6 month courtship, the paper. Oh my God, I don't know where mine is. I would have actually shown you what it looks like. So they will give you that paper after you have done your parental consent, and then it will ask you to go ahead and then start your courtship. So the paper is actually to guide you to what you are going to discuss during your courtship. I want to try and see if I can get that paper. Okay, good. So the paper is to guide you on what you are going to, talk about and discuss. I have it here. It's just by my side. I'm just going to, show you a glance of what it looks like, because I do not want to. I don't know if it is okay for me to show it. Like, so this is what it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like. Information for intending couples. So this pamphlet contains the topics that you are going to. I'm not gonna show you, but this is it. Okay, this is it. when it is your turn, you will see what is inside. But it's just basically the content, the things, the topics that you should discuss. So myself and my husband, we had days of the week when we discussed those things extensively. But I've said it before in my previous video, and I said that if you are serious with your life, I don't think that only the things in this paper is enough. That's the only thing you should discuss. I would really, really strongly advise you to go and seek counseling, premarital counseling. Like, I strongly advise you to go, if possible. Pay for professional counseling. I'm telling you, because we did it, and I can tell you for a fact that a lot of the things that a counselor opened our eyes to, it was not in this pamphlet. So please, if you can afford it, please pay. I'll probably recommend some marriage counselors that I know. Some person may be familiar with Mr. Sunday Anani. I brought him on this channel before. He's a counselor. He and his wife are doing amazing, so you can reach out to them, and their price is very affordable. They didn't ask me to do this, so if they eventually watch this video, maybe you'll see, but they didn't ask me to do it. But I'm saying that I'm begging you with everything, please go for counseling. I beg you. That's that on that. So throughout the time when I was in Cyprus, my husband and I would have conversations about this and all that, and then that was how we continued to go on and on and on and on. Now, when I came back, at the time they had already given us the go ahead to get married. We already knew the kind of marriage we wanted to do. We already knew that, okay, we're doing our wedding in Deeperlife and all that. Now, most of the time people used to have issues with marriage committee in the aspect of dressing, in the aspect of what to wear, how to dress, and all of those things. Now, somebody asked me a question some days ago. She said, how was I able to look beautiful and radiant and smiling on my wedding day? And she said, because most of the Deeperlife brides she used to see, they're not happy, they are not somebody. As a matter of fact, yeah, I've attended an event before. I've attended a wedding before some years ago. On the wedding day, almost all of us were crying. I'm not even lying. Excuse me, the bride was crying, the sister was crying, we, our friends, were crying. Why? Because some of the leaders there, like, it was like they wanted to just frustrate the lady, like the bride. It was like they wanted to frustrate her. There was even a time a lady, because the lady is fair, right? She's fair, and she didn't do any makeup, no powder, nothing. She did not do anything. And you know that one of the ushers, I don't know whether she's an usher or a women condition, she just came and said, what did you rub on your face? And then the woman brought like tissue or something. She was screaming, what did you rub on your face? I mean, what? I'm not even joking. I witnessed it, like, it wasn't a maybe they told me. So I understand when some brides are not looking happy and all that. But me, I have decided in my life that nothing is going to stress me for my wedding. Nobody born by a woman under this heaven, on this earth, is going to stress me on my wedding day. My husband and I actually made that decision. Like, no matter what happens, regardless of what happens, we're going to be smiling, we're going to be happy. After the event, though, we shouldn't come now say, "Yana, come and face me face to face." But on that day, we are going to be the happiest people in that hall, and that was what we did. So I shared already on my WhatsApp so that the dress I wore on my wedding day was what I made was a 3-in-1 dress. Okay, it meant that I had different skirts to rock the design with. That was the design of the dress. I could afford it, and I went for it. Okay, so and the dress I took to church. Now listen carefully. The dress I took to church, the wedding dress I took to church, was what I wore throughout on my wedding day. I didn't change. I didn't alter anything. That was what I wore on my wedding day. Now, the issue is, some people are comfortable with, taking a particular dress to church and then on the wedding day wearing something else. their preference. Okay, I have nothing to say about that. But for me, I decided that I was going to, because anyone that also knows me knows that I do not joke with my comfort when it comes to dressing. I wear anything that makes me comfortable. Comfort is my priority in dressing. So on that wedding day, I'd already made up my mind that I'm not gonna tie a corset that will make me not to be able to sit down. I'm not going to do that. I mean, not. My dress had a corset. Okay, ladies, you know what I'm saying. My dress had a corset, but I did not tie it because I cannot allow somebody to come and tie my destiny. I wanted to, dance. I wanted to sit freely. My skirt, when I took it to church, okay, the mommy that checked my dress complained. She said I should reduce the length of the dress, that it was too long. They didn't want it to touch the ground. And I'm like, okay, no problem. I took it back to my tailor. Please reduce this length of this dress. I don't want anything to touch the ground. And that was what we did. I remember that on the day I wore that dress in Bagada, they had said, the mommy said, oh, hope it's not as if you want to put something under this your skirt. Oh. I said, no, I'm not going to put anything. I had a petticoat. Again, ladies will know what petticoat it is. That's basket that you wear under your wedding gown to make it, bogus and all that, to give it that very beautiful fitting and all that. So because I had already told that mommy that I'm not going to put anything, so I didn't want it to make it like maybe I'm lying or something. So on the wedding, I just felt like, you know what, let me not just use it. It's okay, right? Right. I had photo sessions even in the morning of my wedding. So we're supposed to be in church, I think by 8 o'clock. If you know when we woke up, we had woken up, you see, hours before. So I had worn my skirt, I'd taken pictures with my friends, and we were still able to meet up at the time for church because we didn't want to go late. My husband wouldn't have even allowed us to go late. So we did all of the things we wanted to do in the morning. We took our pictures with our friends, with my bridesmaids, with my Shebi ladies. We did all of those things in the morning. And then so when we went to church, they checked my gown. They saw that, okay, I've reduced the length. Now, when I also went to Wagada, they rejected my shoe. So I'm trying to share because I'm trying to also let people know that if you have decided that you want to do your wedding in Deeperlife, then be ready to abide by their rules and regulations. I think that is the point where we, young people used to have, we used to have struggle and all that. Some of us, before we even go to the MC, would have already been saying, any leader that want to, stress me, I will give them back to back. I ain't got no time for that. I'm not even going to lie to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not have energy to come and be explaining what to nobody. So, as they were saying, go and change your shoe, I say, okay, no problem. I'm a comply. I'm going to be a compliant girl, okay? So, this was the shoe I took to church. I'm going to show you. Just give me 1 minute. Let me return this pamphlet. This was the shoe I took to church. It was this shoe. And I remember that on the day we went to buy this shoe, I was very happy, like, thank God, though, I found a shoe that is going to be compliant. See the heel of this shoe. This is just about 1 inch or maybe 1.5. Normally, I think the church accepts 2 inches, except if they've changed it, or maybe I'm not correct. But I feel like, this, when I saw this shoe, I'm like, well, this is nice. It's not so high. If you know me, I wear high things. Okay, so for me, this is not high at all. This is like moderate. Like, it might be looking long in this camera, but trust me, it is not high at all. So look at it. It is really balanced, and it was very comfortable and all that. But when I took it to church, the mommy say, no, we do not collect this kind of heel. We want a full block heel. I said, mommy, this is block heel now. Is this not block heel now? The mommy said, no, we cannot accept this. We want a full block heel. I went back to Eco Market that day. I see Shaggy because I was the only one. I went alone. My friend was not available to go with me. So I went alone. I worked at that market like my life was depending on this shoe. And as God will have it, ladies and gentlemen, I got the block heel shoe. I got the fully block heel shoe. Look at the block heel I got. Look at the block heel I got. And this was the shoe I wore for the reception. Now, what now happened was at the church, okay, so I went with both shoes, okay, at the end of the day, I went with both shoes to the church, and then I wore this, they allowed me to use it, and then I wore this again. So I wore both shoes on the wedding day. However, guess what? At our reception, you will notice, for anyone that have seen my picture, I was dancing. I did not change my shoe, I did not wear slippers or anything. This was the shoe I wore throughout on that day. And you know that this shoe, I have worn it more even after the wedding than I have worn this other shoe, because it is so comfortable. It is so like easy to carry. When I wear it, it's like I'm good to go. Now, some days ago, in my mind, I just said, I thank God though for this mommy that said I should go and buy this shoe, because I never knew that this shoe will become very useful to me like this. So, mommy MC, wherever you are, the Lord will bless you for So that was how I got this shoe. My husband's suit was rejected because the suit we bought at first for my husband, it had stones. I'm going to show you the suit. Is it that I came ready? Because I'm trying to drive home a point. If you see this suit, it has stones in it, and I'm not even going to lie. This suit was quite expensive. Okay, not too expensive, but it was quite expensive. It has stones. Now this stone is like, dot all over, all over, all over. When we took it to Bagada, the daddy that was checking my husband said, brother, you are gonna have to remove these stones because we don't accept clothes that have stones. Guess who had to go and make another suit without stones? You see, my husband, on the wedding day, this was the suit he wore without stones because the church told us we couldn't use the ones with stones, so we had to go and get another one. Like few days to the wedding, we had to go get another one. Now, in all of these things that we were doing, we were not complaining or feeling bad that, hey, we bought something to the church did not allow us. You know why? Because we already knew the rules. We knew the rules, right? We just wanted to, let's not try and see, but the church says this is what we want. The church says we don't want beards, right? Our guys, shave your beards and all that. My husband shaved his beards. He shaved his beards. They say, we don't want makeup and all that. I did not go and call makeup artists on my wedding day. I did not go and call makeup artists. I just rubbed my powder and my foundation and I was good to go. Now, why am I sharing some of these things? It is because some of us just like wahala, and I'm very serious. Before you go to the church to say, I want to do my wedding, you already know the rules that apply in the church. You know that Deeperlife is not going to allow you to use a bogus gown. You know. Why do you now go and do a bogus gown and then you now brought it to Bagada? Then they now say you should go and change it and then you're now complaining. Sister, why? You know that Deeperlife will not allow you to use plenty shine on your clothes. My clothes had petals, my top, if you see my dress design, and they allowed me to use it. It had petals, not shine that is shining into people's eyes. I had to tell my fashion designer, so delightful, God bless you, so delightful, God bless you, thank you. She was the one that, helped me. And see, if I explain to you the number of times we had to work on my dress, you will not even believe. We had to see they had made a particular style for me. When I got there and then I wore it, I said, church will not accept this. We had to make another style. We had to layer it. There must not be anything exposing in a Deeperlife dress. My gown, it had nets in the hand. We had to lace it. But it must not be revealing anything because church is going to ask you not to use it. The reason I'm sharing this is because if you know you want to do a DL wedding, ask people that have done it and be ready to abide by the rules and regulations. And when you're going to MC, when you're going to the marriage committee, don't go with already a prepared mind that if they bring one, I'm going to bring two. If they say A, I'm going to say Z. See, let me tell you something. Those mommies, those leaders, they have nothing to lose. Those mommies that I saw in that bagada, they have nothing to lose. They can delay you for 3 months and nothing's going to happen. Yes, you will vex and go and do your wedding elsewhere. They have nothing to lose. When we went to Bagada, when we were doing they called us ladies separately and they were advising us, they were saying, giving us counsel, they were talking about sex and all of those things. There's some things that were mentioned there, they were saying that I do not agree with, okay? They had said, there's this particular style that is, scriptural, there's one that is not scriptural. Okay. Nothing concern me. I've not raised my hand to say, excuse me, show me in the scriptures where this. I don't have time for all of those things. So, Emike, as we were saying it, yes, ma'am. I finished. I carry my bag. I vamos. Hey, some of us just like stress. We like drama. We like everything. They say, my dear, your wedding day is one day, but the memories you will not forget. You will not forget the memories. You will not forget, everything that happened on that day. So I'm begging you, choose peace. When you go to the marriage committee, choose peace over. You want to show them, you want to prove to them that you have traveled, you are well read. If they ask you any question, just answer directly and keep your mouth shut. That's a very big hack that a lot of us young people we miss out on. You will be explaining. You will now go and talk the one that you're not supposed to. This one was another that taught me. When they ask you any question, just answer as simple and direct as possible. And phew, okay? Okay? I'm telling you the truth, though. I'm telling you the truth. And you don't have any reason to lie. You don't have any reason to lie. That's the truth. You don't have any reason to lie. Just, be plain, be sincere, and just pray to God also to help you. Just pray to God also to help you. I know that some groups have their, different peculiarities, but this was my own experience, and I totally enjoyed it. I totally loved that process. Like, again, maybe I don't know, again, because this could be another contributing factor. Maybe because I was in a long distance relationship, so I didn't have to be going to the MC meeting every month to be giving them feedback and all that. I didn't do that. My husband did more of the walk around. He was going back to give them reports, giving them progress report and all of this. And I didn't do that because I was not in the country. So but what I'm just trying to say is, let's be guided by the Spirit of God in our dealings, in our conversations, in our attitude. Let's just be guided by the Spirit of God. If you go to the church, if you are deciding to say, I want to do my wedding in the church, okay, be ready to comply by their rules and regulations. That's just, it's simple. Just be ready, and just know that for this one day, nobody is going to steal my joy. Nobody is going to steal my joy, because you deserve to be really happy on that day. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to live with memories that will last you a lifetime. Okay? The Lord is going to help us in Jesus' name. I hope that this has blessed you, and I hope that this has, encouraged somebody. So if you have questions, you can ask me. I'll be going through the comments. And thank you so much for the love, from my past videos and all that. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. God bless you. Our new subscribers, our new lovers, our new members, we love you. Where are the ushers? Ushers, come up and serve them. Please serve them. See, we have tea today, tea and biscuits. Please serve them. Please serve them all. Thank you so much. Ensure you subscribe, like, share, and drop a comment. God bless you. My name is Mary Ayuba, and it's so great to be here once again. Until I come away again in another educating, inspiring, and godly content, continue to enjoy the presence of God, and have a nice day.